Hello, first grade mathematicians. It's Mrs. Owens, and today we're going to do a lesson and we're also going to work on number grid puzzles. So I have a pencil and a highlighter. You may want a marker or a different color if that helps you visually. And you also might need a hundreds chart to help you with this lesson. So we have learned a lot about the hundreds chart during our everyday math lessons. And also, a lot of you guys might remember when we were still at school how we were making scrolls with different hundreds charts connected to each other. So we're going to do puzzles today using hundreds charts. They're called number grid puzzles. We're going to start with a little warm up, and then I'm going to show you how to use patterns and place value to solve these. So this is a piece of a number grid. Can you help me find the two missing numbers? So let's look at this hundreds chart again. It's basically like the person who made this puzzle took part of this number grid or hundreds chart and turned it into a puzzle, and it's our job to find the two numbers that belong in these blanks. You can pause the video if you'd like. I'm just going to wait a little second for you guys to have some thinking time, and then we'll talk about different ways to figure it out. But you can turn and tell a partner or a grown-up or someone who's helping you with your schoolwork what you think this answer is and this answer is above and below 48, and you can also explain how did you figure it out. Okay, so this is a column. It's very short. There's only 3 boxes that goes up and down inside of a number grid. And there's a couple of different ways to figure out the top answer and the bottom answer. I could look at my hundreds chart and find the number 48 and use clues to figure out the answer around that number, or I can use what I know about place value to solve it. So I know when I have a number in a number grid or a hundreds chart, if I go one box up, the tens place is going to change, but the ones place is going to stay the same. So it's going to go from the row that has 40s to the row that has 30s. So this has to be a 3, but all the numbers that go down still have an 8 in the ones place right here. So I'm going to leave the 8 here for actually both of these boxes. And now I'm noticing that I can also count by tens to help me. So 38, 48, that would tell me that the answer down here is 58. So you can check your answers, see if you got the same thing as I did, and you can also explain your thinking to someone nearby because that's going to really help you with these puzzles today. We are going to use the patterns that you see in a number grid and what you know about place value to solve these puzzles today. There's 2 important things you need to remember from our math lessons. Rows go left and right. So in room 4, we would say row and move our hand across. Do that with me. Row. When you're counting in a row, you count up or down by 1. And except for the last number in a row, all of the numbers in a row have the same tens digit. So let's look back at our number grid again. Now we know that the top row is going to be a little bit different, but if I took my highlighter and I highlighted across this row of 20s and 30s, I would notice that that's true. All of these start with the 2 in the tens place, except for the last number where it changes to the 30s. And the ones place goes up by 1 digit or 1 number every time. So that is important to remember when you're doing these puzzles. What is a row? Great job, mathematicians. The other thing you need to remember is columns. So columns go up and down. And in room 4, we say column, and we move our hand up and down. Do that with me. Column. In a column, you count up or down by 10, which is what we were doing when we solved this first puzzle with 48 together. We went down and up by tens above and below the number. The numbers in a column, these all have the same ones digit. So again, you'll notice all of these have an 8 in the ones place. So I could highlight that as well. When you look at our number grid again and highlight just one column, let's do 7, you'll notice that this is true. These count up by tens. I'm adding 10 each time I move my finger down to the next box. And the ones place stays the same. These all have a 7 in the ones place. I have a little reminder at the bottom of this page. Remember, every number has 2 10 friends. So this is like the puzzle we solved to start, but this is a different number in the middle. You can draw the boxes in a column like they come in the number grid, or you can count by tens. So if I'm going to add 10 to 67, it would become 77. And if I'm going to count down 10, it would be 57. These are what we call 10 friends. You may have heard your teacher talk about that during math. So we're going to do one more puzzle together, and then I'm going to show you what the puzzles are going to look like on this seesaw assignment. So let's try this one. Again, we just have part of the number grid. We don't have the entire page with us, and they want you to use the tens and the ones that you know about in place value and the patterns that you see to solve the ones that are missing. So we have 4 blank boxes and we have lots of clues. We have some of the 20s all in a row. We have at the very bottom numbers in the 60s in a row. And then on the edges, we have a column that goes down by 10 on the left and that goes down by 10 on the right. If you still need to use a hundreds chart to help you solve this, that's okay, and you can use it on your assignment as well. Instead of looking at the hundreds chart though, I'm going to use the clues that are next to these blank boxes to help me. And one of the things that helps me is to touch and count in order. 31, 32, 34, 35. Did you hear the number in your head that goes right here? I felt like it should have been 33. So let's try that and then let's check it in different directions. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Sounds right to me. And when I count this way, I can check it. I also know that all these numbers should have a 3 at the very end of the ones place. Uh-oh, our camera's cut out for just a second. Let's see if we can get the cord to cooperate. Let me try opening this again. There we go. 23, 33, 43. I need something with the 3 in the ones place. And it looks like these are all 50s. So I'm going to try 53 and then I can also double check that. 23, 33, 43, 53, 63, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. Great. Now I'm just missing 2 numbers. See if you can stop the video and solve these 2 by yourself. Okay, 41, 43, 45. I'm noticing that it's every other number is missing. So again, I could look at my hundreds chart to help me, or I can try to use the different patterns around it with tens and ones to help. So I see these all have a 2 at the end in the ones place. These all have a 4 in the ones place, and these are all 40s. So it looks like this would be 42 and 44, but I can read it again to check. 41, 42, 43, 44, and 45. Great job, mathematicians. Now, everyday math puzzles that you're going to be doing are going to sometimes look like this, and your assignment today will look like this page, where you have the whole number grid, but you don't have to fill in all of the blue boxes. You really just fill in the ones that are darkened black, and you can use the clues around to help you. It's okay if you need to use a number grid that's filled in, or you can use the clues that you see and what you know about place value. We're going to do a few of these together and then I'm going to send you on your way. So this puzzle has no other numbers around it. It just has a 27 in the middle. One of the things that I always do when I start is do the numbers that come after the ones that they give me if I can. So this says 27, I would write 28, counting on. This one says 72, so I would go ahead and do 73 and 74. Sometimes you can't count on, like these two puzzles, so you're going to have to count back by tens, or you're going to have to count back by tens and then count down by ones. I'm going to fill these in, and then I'm going to send you on your way. 28, 27, 26, and then I can count up to double check, 26, 27, 28. And then I know I need 10 friends in these two boxes, so this would be 17 and 37 and 47. For this puzzle number 2, we've already got two numbers going up by ones, so I'm going to need a 10 friend here and then 10 more. So I'm going to do 82 and 92. This number is at the bottom of the puzzle, so I'm going to have to jump up 10 less and up 10 less again. And then here I can do the numbers that come before and after by ones. Again, I like to read them back to myself and double check. 72, 73, 74, 72, 82, 92, 63, 64, 65, 64, 74, 84. You can check it in whichever direction makes sense to you. Then for 48, these are shaded in, so we don't have to fill those in for the answer, but we can if it helps. So I might go ahead and do just these two to kind of get my bearings. And then I'll use 10 friends here. And then I'll count down from 38. And then I can see these are 10 friends, so I'm just missing one more number right here. Let's double check this one. 36, 37, 38, 46, 47, 48 they gave to us. 56, this would be 57, even though I didn't write it down. 58, this would be, 68, 66, 67, 68. And then I just need to check these by tens. 36, 46, 56, and then I wrote this one for myself too. So you're going to do these puzzles on this page for your assignment today. You can print it out or you can write your answers right on the screen. If it helps you to use highlighters, or if it helps you to use a hundreds chart, or if it helps you to circle or underline just the tens or just the ones, those are all strategies you can try. Good luck, mathematicians. I know you'll do great.